I think we should actually respond to our audience. I think they would like that.
All right. Let me pull it.
Yeah.
Okay. Beyond policy, Democrats lack infrastructure. They've distanced themselves from labor unions and the NAACP through neglect, let groups like ATA die out, and have failed to support more direct groups like the U.S. College Democrats. While Republicans have the church, NRA, etc., the Democrats don't have any strength or even presence in organizing communities, register and win over voters in person, or host events that make being a Democrat not uncool. The Democrats of the 20th century used to do this, but since Clinton, the party has become over-reliant on fundraising, celebrity endorsements, cringe TikToks, and last-minute campaigning that can often be off-putting and push voters to consider them as simply seeking votes.
I think that's very good at getting at the issue that politics has now in terms of not being attached to civil society. But I think the way to think of this too is, can you build a social base out of politics?
I think this is interesting in capturing that Democrats do lack an organic tie to civil society that they had during the period of mass politics. But I also think it's an example of political projection. Religiosity and church attendance are on the decline in the United States. And the
NRA is too.
And the evangelical wing of the Republican Party has been on the decline.
Mm.
The Republican Party crashed after the Bush administration, and the only thing that has put it back on life support is that Trump has used anti-politics. So to suggest that, I think this is correct about some of the issues for the Democrats having a lack of ties to society, which would be very hard for them to recreate, really. I think that's a problem for politics broadly. But it misses that this is a problem for politics broadly. And
right.
Republicans aren't as relevant or as powerful as this seems to claim they are. And this is a thing that both parties do. Partisans of both parties see themselves as weak and the other party as very powerful.
Right. And in reality, it's that they're mutual.
This also does capture something about Obama, though.
Right.
Obama was often criticized for not supporting the party overall and for just pursuing his own interests as president.
Right. And that's why he was popular. People liked Obama. They didn't love the Democrats. So they loved the Democrats, they would have chosen Hillary. She was a Democrat. Obama's change.
Right. And I don't think the Democrats becoming popular again would happen from them magically tying the knot back together with civil social institutions that largely don't exist and have the same power anymore, like labor unions and social clubs.
Right.
I think they would need an anti-politician.
Exactly. And the thing is, too, is that you can't build the base from politics. That's not how it works.